asking your classmates how they're studying. Why do you care? Focus on yourself. That's the number one piece of advice I would give anybody studying for level 1 or step 1. You know, sometimes we get curious and we're just like, hey, how many questions are you doing? Are you doing 40 questions a block? Are you doing 25 questions a block? Are you doing tutored mode, untutored? Like, it doesn't matter. Just focus on yourself. Like, I'll give you a prime example. I had a friend and we were doing things completely different. I personally like tutor mode. I don't like waiting. I don't like doing questions and then waiting to find out what I got wrong. I like knowing in the moment. I think it has to do with my anxiety. So I was doing 25 questions a block versus my friend was doing 40 questions, and then after doing the questions was studying. And so her time was like completely different, and that worked for her. Next thing I would say is make a study plan and stick to it. So me and my friends, we use Osmosis, and Osmosis is a learning tool, but most importantly, its best kept secret is its schedule calendar, and you can like input all your resources. So we inputted Boards and Beyond, Sketchy, Pathoma, and First Aid. And what it does is it gives you a schedule by system. And so for example, it'll tell you to do cardio for 10 days, and it would tell you the specific videos and Boards and Beyond that are related to cardio, and then it would tell you the sketchy videos that are related to cardio, whether it's sketchy farm or like sketchy micro. And then it would also tell you the first aid pages. And then Pathoma, I don't know whether or not Pathoma was in it. I feel like Pathoma wasn't a resource that you could put in, but by doing that, it like allowed me to like stay on track. And basically by like the end of a 4-month period, I was able to like finish my resources. That's something that was like important to me, is I wanted to do all my resources before I started like my dedicated. And then when I got to dedicated, then I did like questions, like I said, in 25 intervals. I only did tutor mode. I tried to do untutor mode and I hated it. So I would do 25 questions, and I would try to finish each set of 25 questions within like 2.5 hours. And my goal was 100 to 150 questions, like depends. So I usually, my study day was like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for like 6 days. Like I didn't do as much studying on Sundays. I think Sundays I would do like half a day, and I did that for like 3.5 to 4 weeks. A sidebar, if you don't have time to like watch all of Boards and Beyond, because that's a lot, Pathoma is amazing. I think like the length of Pathoma is like, I don't know what the length of Pathoma is. I'm gonna have to Google it, but the length of Pathoma is very short. And what's his name? Dr. Sitar is my homeboy, and his videos do great on 2x speed, at least for me. And honestly, he goes through a lot of the pathophysiology. So for me, I was able to understand a lot of these disease processes better when I watched Pathoma versus like Boards. I wouldn't bother reading First Aid like off rip. I would just watch Pathoma. That's what works for me. Remember I said do what works for you. I would watch Pathoma, and then I would like just do questions. And if I got questions wrong that I didn't understand, then I would refer to like First Aid or like another resource to try to understand. Another resource that I love that I feel like people don't talk about enough is Dirty Medicine. Dirty Medicine on YouTube is a lifesaver, okay? He is amazing. I think he's a DO. I feel like he's a DO. I don't know. If he's not a DO, he knows a lot of OMM. But he has like a whole playlist on like pharmacokinetics, on ethics, on what else? Stats, on pharmacology. My favorite playlist from him is his OMM playlist. So all my DOs, you need to watch Dirty Medicine's OMM playlist. Like that single-handedly got me through OMM. Like watching his playlist, and then obviously reading the Green Book. If you don't know what the Green Book is, then I'm sorry for you if you're doing OMM. But Dirty Medicine,